Hello, I'm Tim Loughton, the MP for East Worthing and Shoreham, and welcome to my Tell Tim website, where I post some video podcasts on topical issues, local and national, with a series of questions for you to answer, which informs me better and enables me to do my job better. And Happy New Year! I've come here to a cold, blustery Lancing beach to talk about Lancing today, and I'm spending the day in Lancing with various groups, and I recently had one of my monthly street surgeries at the Lancing Family Centre with local councillors, where a lot of people were saying to me, look, what's happening to the centre of Lancing village? There are lots of things going on in Shoreham. We've got the new pedestrianisation in East Street. We're going to have a new footbridge over there, and the rope tackle centre is now flourishing after the appeal to raise some money. And in Worthing, we've got a new aqua arena being built. We had all the developments at Splash Point, and hopefully, some stage in the future, we're at long last going to have the development of Teevil Gate. But what's happening in Lancing? Well, 2012 is going to be an interesting, an exciting year. Despite all the financial gloom, there's lots of challenges ahead for all of us. We know that. There are some things to look forward to. There's the Olympics and the Paralympics, where the eyes of billions around the world are going to be on London and on the UK for the greatest event on earth. But also we've got the Queen's Diamond Jubilee being celebrated in June. And I remember coming down to Lancing Beach Green last April on the day of the royal wedding. Lancing turned out with great celebration and had a great party here on Lancing Beach Green to celebrate that important royal occasion, and I'm sure Lancing will do us proud again with this year's celebrations. But what about the future of Lancing? Lancing is supposed to be the biggest village in England, and yet we've got a few empty shops. I'm glad to say we've got a few new ones as well. We've got this monstrosity on the beach here, which has been empty ever since it was built, and of course it wasn't finished. I'm glad to say it's now been sold, and hopefully the new owner is going to be able to finish it off and turn it into a venue that we'll be proud of and everybody will use. But there are some other developments in store as well that I know many people are concerned about, and there's a lot of rumours going around about. Just a little away from here, on the other side of Mash Barn, there will be a proposal going into the council soon by the Brighton and Hove Football Club to invest in a state-of-the-art training centre for their football players on some land owned by Ada Council. I think that's an exciting venture, and I've been to speak to the people at Brighton Hove Football Club about how they can make sure that that's not just a closed facility for Brighton and Hove, but there's some community use of it as well. Clearly they need to go through all the planning processes, and as with all these things, I'm really keen that local people get to know about what's going on. They've already been holding some meetings and some exhibitions with local residents groups, and local people need to be able to raise questions and have those questions answered satisfactorily. But beyond that, there's the other site of the Landraise site, which has planning permission granted many years ago for a golf course, but where the owners of that now have some proposals prospectively for building a lot of houses, some light industrial, some business and some leisure use. That is an altogether much bigger prospect, and I think a lot of people will have concerns, and I absolutely share those concerns about the impact such a big development could have on traffic congestion and on the whole nature of Lancing. Now, no plans have been put in yet. There's just discussions and embryonic proposals. But again, I will make sure, working with local councillors, that if there are proposals coming forward, it's really essential that local people have their concerns raised, have the opportunity to question the people responsible for the development, to see what sort of development it's going to be, whether we want it or not, whether it's sustainable. So there's a lot of issues that are going to come up within Lancing, but also we need some regeneration in Lancing. All the good things going on, as I say, in Shoreham and in Worthing. Well, Lancing quite understandably wants a slice of the action, and quite a few people were a bit disappointed about the Christmas decorations this year, saying, you know, what happened to them? We need to spruce things up a bit in Lancing. Well, I agree. So what I'm doing is working with local businesses. We have a lot of good local businesses, working with the Worthing and Ada Chamber of Commerce and the Worthing Town Centre Initiative, who are lending us some of their expertise to see how they can help to regenerate parts of Lancing, how we can attract new employers, new shops, new investment into Lancing. We need to work with the County Council, with the Parish Council and the District Council to see how we can improve Lancing so we can all take a greater pride. Because Lancing is a great community. It's the largest part actually of my constituencies, a lot of young families. We've got some good schools here. There are changes happening at the Robert Woodard Academy. The new building is now finished and the staff and students are in the process of moving into that new building. Changes with the management of that college. We need to make sure that everybody is taking a pride in Lancing and is getting involved in the local community. So I want to know your views about how you think Lancing should be developing. Should Lancing not change at all? Do you like Lancing just the way it is? But what would you like Lancing to be like in 10 years' time? We need to take, I think, a strategic view. Let's just look beyond the next few months and years. What sort of place do we want Lancing to be in 10 years' time? So I've set out again, as usual, a series of questions here. Some questions about the possible developments, and at the moment there are only possible developments on the Mashbarn estate and the land between Mashbarn and the airport, about the centre of the village as well. There's one really exciting project in prospect, and that's the Electric Storm Youth charity run by some local people in Lancing who are trying to use part of the old Freshbrook school site to build a state-of-the-art youth centre. They've got a lot of help and support from the County Council. They've got planning permission to do it. Now they need to raise funds and to get new local partners to make that something really very special, not just for young people, but for the whole community to get involved with. Electric Storm Youth, I think, is a great charity. It's a great example, perhaps, of the big society, local people working together with local councils and businesses to produce good local services that people, in this case young people in particular, want to use. I'm proud to be patron of that charity, and if you've not heard anything of them, look at their website and see how you can get involved as well. Is that the sort of thing you want to see in Lancing? Let me know. Answering these questions is a great way of better informing me about how I can represent you and represent your views and take up your concerns, working together with local groups, with the local councillors and the local traders and businesses. So fill out your questions. As always, you can always get hold of me very easily by email, by coming to my fortnightly surgeries or by my regular street surgeries. I'm always at the Lancing Family Centre, just up from the post office, on the third Saturday of every month, together with local councillors, between usually about 10 and 12. So just drop in if you want to come and have a chat. But fill in the survey, let me know your views, and thank you for listening.